Good morning, treasurers. This is your host Parthesh Shah from Fintech, and you are listening to Night Snippets. Here is what you need to know before going into trade for 4th April 2022. In the international market, US core inflation came in at 5.4% versus 5.5% expectation, slightly lower core inflation. Weekly jobless claims were just above expectations at 1.96 lakhs. Interesting part is the yield curve inversion. US 2-year is now trading at 2.49% versus 10-year trading at 2.42. Yes, you heard it right. US 2-year at 2.49 and US 10-year at 2.42. Similarly, 530 yield curve is also inverted. 5-year yield is trading at 2.59 percentage points, whereas 30-year is trading at 2.47. Typically, the yield curve inversion mean more importantly the 2s and 10s, the 2 years and 10 year of the yield curve shows the signs of recession. There is a historical 98% probability that the country will face a recession in the next 2 years. It makes much sense as the US economy is hot and inflation is at 40-year high. The easiest way for US Fed to calm down the economy is to increase the rates, which in turn may bring recession and calm the inflation. Interesting fact, the 2s and 10s, which is the 2-year versus the 10-year spread of the US Treasury on 1st March 2022, the spread was at 41 basis points. That is, US 10-year was 41 basis points higher than 2-year. But on 4th April 2022, which is today, the scenario is completely changed and the 2-year is 7 basis points higher than US 10-year. In the crude oil market, crude is trading at $103.80 per barrel. Short-term range for crude is 102 to 105. Russia has promised to reduce the military forces from Ukraine, and this is a comforting news. But US, UK, and EU are not believing in Russia's words. Also, US has released oil from strategic reserves, which is supporting the oil supply for now. In the currency market, dollar index is at 98.59. Today's range 98.28 to 98.72. USD CNY via Chinese yuan is at 636. USD INR with a low of 75.83 closed at 75.76. Resistance at 75.90 and support at 76.30 does exist. Trading strategy for USD INR. Night research stance on USD INR below 76 mark has been rightly addressed. Night research is still not convinced on the rupee strength, and DXY will continue to be strong on the back of US rate hikes. We are keenly watching the situation and will keep updating the stance. In the domestic market, Indian gilt market was holding positive till noon on last Thursday, but profit booking came and markets plunged drastically near closing session due to the lack of any demand on 31st March. 574 2026 closed at 610 versus 604. 654 2032, a 10-year benchmark closed at 684 versus 678, a drop of 6 basis points. 6.67 2035 also closed at 7.14 versus 709, a 5 basis points higher yields. H1 FY23 borrowing calendar. Central government will borrow rupees 8.45 lakh crore in H1 FY23 versus 14.31 lakh crore in FY23 full year target, which is approximately 59% of the gross borrowings, which is more than the expectation. 26 weekly auctions with approx 30 to 33,000 crore auction size. Maturity pattern for the borrowings: 13.85 percentage points of the total borrowing in each 5-year and 40-year papers, 10.77% in the 7-year segment, 20% in 10-year segment, 15.98% in 14-year segment, 13.25 in 30-year gilts. Night research note: crude has come down significantly and that will cushion the upside on the yields in the Indian gilt market. But the higher than expected H1 FY23 borrowing will surely spook the market. Night research team expects the yields to go higher today. Trading range for 654, 684 to 688. Night research advice: we advise the banks to carry out their AFS HTM shifting before the MPC policy itself. Though majorly we expect the policy rate unchanged, but there is slight probability of the change in the stance, and that will again spoil the market mood. Better to be safe than sorry. Complete your AFS HTM shifting today or tomorrow as MPC is scheduled on 6th to 8th of April. Reach out to your account managers or speak with Mr. Pawan Somani, Head of Fixed Income Night Research, for clarity on your portfolio. That's it for today. See you tomorrow with the new episode of Night Snippets.